What's up guys, my name's Caleb and today on Built we're going to be putting a Ferrari diffuser on my little MG. Let's do it. So this build is all about subtlety. It's about balance and making small statements that make an impact when you look at the car. And I think the diffuser on the back is going to do that perfectly. Now, if you've been here for a while, this is gonna seem familiar because we put this exact same diffuser, well, one like it, on my MR2. And I did it without welding, so that is possible. Now then, I got accused of being a liar, and a lot of people told me that Ferrari diffusers were in fact made out of carbon, and just so you know, the 430 diffuser is not. It is fiberglass. Yes, Ferrari uses fiberglass in some instances. Very thick fiberglass, but fiberglass nonetheless. And as you can see, this one's busted. That's because new ones are really expensive, like several $1,000s. And I didn't want to spend several $1,000s on something that's gonna hit the ground. So I bought this one off eBay for $400. That's about my price for them. Every time I've bought one, they've been $400 to $450, varying conditions. As you can see, we've got a hole in this thing. So I'm gonna use this in a future video to show you guys how to repair fiberglass. I got a lot of questions about repairing fiberglass, and this thing's got a little bit of everything. We've got a missing piece down here that's busted out. We've got some cracks that are cracked all the way through. We've got some that are kind of in the middle. So I'll show you how to repair those things. Just a really quick video to help you guys out. But today, we're gonna be installing this on my MGB, and I could not be more thrilled. I've been trying to figure out what to do with the rear end of this car, and I think this is it. I love race cars, stripped down rear ends. My favorite two that I can think of are Nakai-san's Rohana, and then the Rocket Bunny 180SX V2 kit that Miura-san made, that just did away with the bumper altogether on a 180SX. It's just such a cool look. And so we're gonna do a similar look for this car because I just love it. I love it. And this is gonna be the focal point. But first, we've got to make some mounts. We've got to get this thing to actually adapt to this car and deal with all the issues that will arise through that. This time I'm gonna be welding. I'll use welding to mount this thing. But if you're not a welder and you wanna do something like this, I wanna encourage you to go watch the other video. I'll actually link it at the end of this one, of me putting the MR2 diffuser on, because I did not know how to weld at that time. I built the whole thing out of nuts, bolts, and metal from Lowe's. It looks sketchy, but I had it on the car for 2 years and never had any sort of issues. So check that out too. It's a fun one to watch, and it took me 4 weeks to make. Hopefully this one's quicker. Let's do it. Alright, so the way I like to mount this thing is with a piece of angle. And basically what we'll do is cut it so it sits up inside of here about that far, so not all the way in, but pretty good ways. That's gonna hold the weight of this thing when we go to mount it. So it'll be the first thing we put on the car. That way we can kind of hang this on the car, position it where we want to position it, and then build our bolt-in mounts. What I found on the MR2 when I did this is that when I bolted in the bottom of the diffuser and had this on, the diffuser didn't move. And so you can limit the amount of bolts you have to use, which I like. And it also is just a really easy way to install the diffuser when you go to install it. Talon!
Hey.
What's up, dude? Well, sick, dude. If you got some time, give me a call when you get done there. I'd love to see you, even if it's just for like a few minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, dude. That's awesome.
Hey, all right, man.
Have fun, man.
All right, we'll see you.
See ya. Little bracket lip thing that the diffuser now rests on. You can see I've marked out a center line, diffuser center line, and car center line to give me something to line up with. And then I made a little bracket real quick. This is just that angle iron that I've kind of compressed into a sharper angle to fit right here. So what I'm gonna do, I think, slide this inside of here. Get this right. That will go right there. Yeah, just like that. All right, so I've got this bracket. I've got everything squared up. I'm gonna take this and slide it back here and put it down against my diffuser where it's gonna mount right here, and then against the body of the car. We'll touch it with a chalk marker. And we have the hole to drill. So we'll drill this hole, bolt it together, weld it to the car, and then we should have our back of our diffuser mounted, which is just awesome. Quick moment for a shameless plug. I still have magnetic koozies, and this is by far my favorite product that I've ever made. So we're about to go back into shop season. A lot of you guys have projects that you're gonna be going under the knife this winter. Make sure you get one of these from buildsofficial.com. It'll keep you going. I've also got shirts from that last drop too. We've got a few left in each design, so if you want one of those shirts, now's the time to get them. All right, let's make a bracket. Super exciting. So we have a mount here, have a mount on the other side that's even with that, and then the support in the center that's kind of holding the majority of the weight, and I'm really, really happy with this. Now, what the support in the center is gonna do is keep these bolt holes from holding all the weight, and if I hit something with it or whatever, they likely won't rip out. I don't know, we'll see. All right, so this is just a support rod that I got for the Datsun wing. And we're gonna just bolt it on right there. I'll have to use a washer. And then we can either come to the outside here, like that would work. Or we can go, I think we're gonna be able to go straight up. I don't know, that might be too much tension. I would like to go straight up and down because that's gonna be the strongest, but it feels like, I don't know. Going out would be cool too though, because from a design standpoint, I think that looks pretty cool. That's cool. That's cool. Mounted. So we just took a break to work on my dad's Mustang. For you guys that are into that build, we're building a turbo Mustang for my dad, and it's just taken a really long time because of having to wait on other people, honestly. But we're getting it back together. We just threw the engine and trans in, and because of that, I'm a little bit dirty. So I'm gonna go reset, and then we'll get back to this. Okay, so I made some repairs to like my trunk lid and just some stuff that I figured out as I was taking this apart, just some rust issues. So we went in and took care of those, painted them up, looks good, and then we ground all these welds down and painted them as well, so they look good. Now we just gotta put this thing back on, and this design makes that really easy. So we'll just slot that onto there, line up this hole, right there, and then this one through, and line that. Now I'm just going to run everything in, and we'll be installed. So I welded some nuts like captive on this side, this was actually the second side I did. And I did that because on this first side, getting these to, especially this first one, getting this first one to thread is kind of a pain. It is 100% a pain, actually. We'll get it. Get it once, do it again. Oh man, what a thing. There you go, Ferrari diffuser on an MGB, and I think it turned out pretty awesome. Now, the only thing I have left to do on this is attach the front. So the diffuser kind of runs underneath the car up by the rear end, and that front end, I think it's probably strong enough, but I don't know. I think I would feel a lot better just having like 2 more supports going straight up from the front of the diffuser to the trunk, or the pan underneath the trunk. So we'll do that, but I've got to repair this thing first. Like I said earlier, I'm gonna do a video for you guys showing you how to repair fiberglass, and I'll use this diffuser to do it. But yeah, that's it. I'm really, really stoked on how this thing came out. I think it looks just awesome. It just looks awesome. From every angle, it looks awesome. Oh man, how cool. What a thing. I think the back finally matches the front. We still have to obviously finish the front end off. We'll get to that at the very end. I think that'll be the last thing that I do. But what's next is the spoiler. So the spoiler's not finished. It's close, but it's not all the way there. I haven't even mounted it yet. So we're gonna be working on that in next week's video, getting the spoiler finalized, getting the rear end finalized, really. And once that's done, we'll be able to move on to finishing mechanical, so getting our cooling system built, getting our wiring run, just the run wires is what I'm gonna call it, like the stuff I need just to run the car, and to like physically drive the car. This is the seat that's going in it. I've got 2 of these that I bought from a subscriber actually, so shout out to you. We'll get it all kind of running and ready to drive, and then we will take it on its maiden voyage. So that'll be really, really cool. We still got some surprises for this car I think you guys are gonna love. I think you're gonna, or you might hate, but I think you're gonna love, that are coming out in the next 2 weeks. So I'm really stoked to show those to you guys and to show you kind of the final vision for the build, because you haven't actually seen it yet. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm super happy that I was able to do it in 1 episode. The last time I did this, it took me 4. So this is a huge improvement, and I think it came out really, really awesome. Especially my little door trim, my little door flat pieces. I'm really happy with the way those things turned out. This felt good. It felt good to kind of go back and do what Built started out doing, which is custom retrofitting, and we're gonna be doing some more really soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. Oh, and by the way, if you're a member of the channel, if you support the channel each month by paying $1, I've got a message for you guys in the community tab. Go check that out. I need some help, and y'all are the first ones who are gonna ask. See ya.